All right. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
What's going on? Just broke right as we go live. Hey, everybody. We're talking XP, and this is Ravenloft Misfits. Welcome to episode 9. We're back at it again with Curse of Strahd.
Episode 9, back in business.
Episode 9, dude. This has been 9 sessions so far, and we just got to Vallaki. Anyways, I'm Jonny. I am the DM for this campaign, and for a list of all of our special cast and awesome people in our group here, you can look in the chat, or you can check our episode description, and for all the pronouns and socials and all that good stuff. We stream Ravenloft Misfits each Monday as much as we can. We didn't for the past 2 weeks because I got married.
Ziggy's asking how the wedding went.
Congrats!
The wedding was fantastic.
Wedding was super good.
We couldn't have asked for better company and a better venue and better staff. It was amazing.
Went off without a hitch. It was great.
Yeah, it was wonderful, and
That's great.
yeah. Anyways, and now I'm married. So anyways, we try to do this every Monday as much as we can. I know that we've been a little absent the past few weeks, but going into the new year, we're gonna try and make sure that doesn't happen because we don't have any more weddings on the horizon, at least. We'll see. It could change. Unless. But anyways, check us out every Monday. We're playing some sort of TTRPG, whether that's our Ravenloft Misfits or if it's our one-shot of the month, which next week we're going to be doing our one-shot of the month. So tune in for that at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Please make sure to follow us, subscribe to the channel if you would like, participate in chat, and if you're watching the recording, please like, comment, and share it with your friends. We want to build an awesome community around D&D and other TTRPGs, and that's the best way to do it. So if you're listening to our podcast, please consider rating the channel and leaving us a review. That would be wonderful. It'll help with the algorithm.
Yeah, and we also like to take this time to thank our sponsors and supporters of our campaign. First, we'd like to thank our main sponsor and supporter of our campaign, Roll20. So if you're watching the stream and are looking for a way to get together with friends online, Roll20 is a great way to do so. Go ahead and check them out at roll20.net and check out the chat or episode description for a direct link.
And next, we want to thank Sirenscape. I cannot recommend this thing enough. It is amazing. It has been amazing, and it will continue to be amazing. Jump on it. I think it's like every 2 months is $22 for anything you want, any campaign that they've made. Curse of Strahd, Rime the Frost Maiden. They're also making, what's the new one that just came out? Witchlight.
Oh, yeah.
They're making that right now, so as you're playing, you can start getting that content. It's amazing. And you can make your own sound sets and upload your own music, and it's wonderful. Go check it out.
Yeah, I use it on Rime the Frost Maiden. It is amazing.
So good. It's so
good.
So,
It's scary.
with that aside, let's get into a recap. So, episode 8, Predators in the Mist. After the fight with the Night Hags, and after helping Freck gather his sister on the top floor, you discuss what had transpired during the battle. Grimm and Ismark, you both investigated Granny Morgantha's cart, in which you found a other young boy, Jesper, that was being held in a small cage within the cart. Grimm, you also noticed a circle of monoliths that seemed to have been very old and overgrown. And that night, you all gathered at the door of the windmill on the inside to finish a long rest. In the morning, Grimm and Blaire decided to investigate the monoliths and found that they detailed the process of living and dying and then repeating the life cycle. And after all of that, you all began the final leg of the journey towards Vallaki. During this journey, Blaire, you found a small spool of black thread, and Johans, you went to every other person to identify them and learn a few characteristics about each of them.
Yeah, I did.
And on the night of the 4th day, you had finally reached the gates of Vallaki, where You were met with closed doors and guards refusing your entry. After a close but unsuccessful persuasion roll, you all then began to hear howling surrounding you, just as multiple wolves slowly walked onto the road. We start tonight's episode just as we ended. From behind a nearby tree, you see a werewolf appearing and yelling out to your group, "Those cowards aren't going to help you, but we can. We can show you a secret way into Vallaki that they don't know about." So, as this werewolf comes out of hiding from behind the tree, what would you all like to do?
I'll take a couple steps forward,
Okay.
looking at the werewolf in question. And what do you ask him?
Stands at about like 7.5 feet tall, like very big figure.
I just looked at the map again. We are so fucked.
Crunched over.
I look up to him, it's like, and what do you want from us in exchange?
Nothing. It is but a gift.
Definitely inciting that, and just
Yeah.
Okay.
don't believe
Yeah.
that
Go
for
ahead, yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, same.
As this is all happening, you all hear from the guards behind you. "Werewolf, gather the guards. Everybody get together." And you begin to see more guards coming up to the palisades and getting spears ready.
And then I'm going to also use
12.
past life knowledge
Sure.
from
Okay.
my past life of
course.
no
Talking to
names.
werewolves.
No, of just
Of being
picking
aware.
out liars.
So,
Let's see.
as you, let's see.
I need to find where my thingy is.
Turns out
I'm
you
just gonna roll
are
d6 because I
werewolf.
can't find the.
That's fine. Yeah,
But
just
yeah.
regular D6.
Okay,
Nice.
so
14. All right, well, he rolled an 8. So,
All right.
as he's coming out, you could see the drool coming off of his snout. And as you're trying to tell whether or not he's telling the truth, your mind flashes back and you only hear in this vision. You're able to, you're only able to hear in the vision. But you hear a voice that is old and has a slow cadence to it. It's trusting in the way that he says, "I promise, nothing will come to harm you or your wife." And then you feel this anxiety fill your stomach as you feel years of experience finally hitting you in this one moment, and then you know exactly what this means. This is a complete trap. There is no way that this person is telling the truth.
Oh my god.
So, as this happens, what do you all do as this giant werewolf?
Do I do it again?
What will it be?
I draw my
or
sword.
foe?
I'm gonna just kind of
Foe.
stand in front of the kids.
And I'll kind of
I'll stand in
not-
front of
put the
Johan's.
shield up
Not
and
obviously, but
wait.
just kind of hold
Okay.
my spell book and kind of push the kids behind me, even though I'm not super big cover.
Okay.
I say, I think it's best that you leave this place and leave us alone. And I cast suggestion.
Oh!
Oh,
Shit.
Okay.
wow.
Damn.
Okay, so everybody was getting
That's
ready for
really
battle just as you did that. I almost want to say roll initiative,
Well, I mean,
but
there
nobody
was-
made an
let 'em
actual
have it.
attempt. Okay. So that's fine. All right, I will roll a wisdom save for the werewolf.
We're still
All
in
right,
talking
let's see.
mode.
I just really hope
See
they
We were
what
roll
we
kind
got.
of
really
just getting
bad.
defensive, but not like offensive, you know?
Heck yeah.
yeah.
Oh
The
my
natty
god!
one.
Did you
Natural
just
one.
speed run this encounter?
Later, nerds.
It's just been like 2 weeks of you guys like waiting for this battle, and we just
All right.
skip it.
All right.
Oh my
Everybody roll
God.
initiative.
He just goes, "This was a misunderstanding. Have a nice day," and just walks away.
Oh,
Nice to
okay,
meet
sure,
you.
my
Nice
bad.
to meet you.
Let me just go.
Apologies.
My mom's calling me. I gotta
Join us next
go.
Oh my god, that is so funny. Okay.
We gotta clip that.
Unfortunately, even though he's leaving, there are wolves nearby and there are guards that are on edge. And they have spears in their hands and they are at the ready. They are going to be doing their attacking.
That's okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
At least the
most
werewolf
of
is gonna
my-
go away.
We can watch it go down.
So
Step aside.
funny.
This was supposed to happen in the session.
Wow.
Somehow it happened anyway.
I cannot even believe that
I know, I can't believe it either. I have a really low DC, so
That is amazing.
That is so funny.
What's your DC?
only 14.
Wow.
Jesus.
Roll 20 has been pretty kind to us.
Yeah,
Thank you, Roll
Seriously.
20. Thank you.
So that's my
Yeah.
only second level spell that I have.
Wow.
It worked. And look how good it came in handy, you know.
Shout out to Roll 20.
Shout out to second
Right.
level spells.
Yeah, seriously.
Shout out to Johnny's luck.
Getting a natural 1 on a wisdom save.
Man.
Against
The
big
only
bad
wisdom
of the
save that I
encounter,
needed
too.
to get, yeah. Oh my goodness, so funny. Okay, let's see.
Well, thank you everyone for. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks for coming
Yeah.
by.
See everybody.
next
All right, bye.
See you next week.
Okay, we got that's wow, they all rolled shit fucking initiative
It's okay.
too.
Not worse than mine, I swear.
All right, well, so Ireena, you are the first one to go. You see Grimm casting that spell and you see the werewolf. Fine. And starting to turn around.
Okay, I'm going to ready an action. Question,
Okay.
when you ready, can you ready your action and bonus action, or how does that work? Is it just the one, or
Action. It's
Action,
you
okay.
use your action to ready, which then uses your reaction later in the turn.
Okay. So what happens with your bonus action?
Bonus action doesn't, it goes away.
Oh, I see.
Bonus
okay.
actions are only during your actual turn.
But I feel like you
I-
could still use your bonus action during your turn, too.
Yeah, like I could use my bonus action
Yeah,
now.
you could use your bonus action and then use your action to ready. That's totally possible.
Could you technically do a bonus action move and then ready an action?
Yes,
Got
you could totally do that.
So,
Sick.
yeah,
Good to know.
as a bonus action, I am going to use my Crimson Right, and very slowly, she's just gonna like slice her finger along her blade, and kind of setting her blade on that. It's like a radiant fire, I believe.
You're
or
doing the
something.
radiant, or are you
Yeah.
doing fire?
Oh no, we're doing fire actually.
Fire. All right.
We're
so
doing
as you
fire.
you cut into the one of your fingers, and as that happens, the blood drips down the edge of your blade, and just at that point, it erupts in flames, and it's a flame sword that you're holding at your hand. All right.
She's gonna step up next to Katya. Actually, no, she's gonna stay behind Katya.
Okay. All right.
She's gonna stay where she is, but she's setting her rapier on fire with her bonus action, and I'm going to ready an attack. If anyone attacks us, I would like to attack them, basically.
All right. Sounds good.
So, like,
okay.
if anyone attacks in my vicinity,
Sure.
basically.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
And she's gonna
Gotcha.
stand there, like, staring menacingly.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. What would you like to
Katya is
do?
also just gonna put the shield up and ready to attack anything that comes at me.
All right.
So I'm just gonna turtle up.
Sounds good. Blaire?
I'm going to ready a javelin.
Okay.
Or yeah.
Okay. So you're holding a javelin in your hands, just readying for anybody. Once it gets into battle, then you guys are going to attack Werewolf's turn. So, as you cast this suggestion, which was, remind me of what you said?
I said that I think you should leave us alone and leave this place.
Okay.
I think is the gist of what
Sure,
I said.
yeah.
That's the
That
gist of
sounds
it, yeah.
about right. Okay. So, As you say that, you see the magic coming over him. His eyes go black for a moment and then back to... Fine. Whatever. And he begins making his way back into the forest. And he's just walking, so, I mean... Yeah, that's far enough. 25 feet. He's just walking his way out now. Alright, and that is his turn. Comes to the guards. We have 6 guards on
Don't fuck this
the...
up for us. Be cool.
6 guards on the top.
Just
I
be
am
cool.
gonna roll an insight for
Oh,
the
boy.
leader just to see if they understand what's going on.
Just be cool.
And no
Just
one.
be cool.
Can I?
18 insight.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Oh.
Okay.
Very nice.
Wow, you really sped run this encounter. All right. You know, hey, that's a great way to do it. That's awesome. I love it. So as the werewolf begins going away, you see the wolves are lingering for a moment, snarling. There's drool coming down their snouts. And then they soon turn in suit following the werewolf.
What?
And nothing else happens because nobody attacks. So,
Wait. Jesus
after
Grimm.
speed running this,
What can I say? We're pros.
god damn it, I love it.
So I just want to
love it.
say
What
that
teamwork
wasn't
is
a
all
pre-planned
about.
idea that I've been sitting on for 2 weeks. I just thought of that just now. So
That's
That
awesome.
was so beautiful.
Really good.
Seriously.
Jesus Christ.
okay, this is revenge for Jonny doing this in Storm King's Thunder one time.
I did. It was like I did it to like 3 different encounters too.
3?
It was
Fucking
great.
awesome.
There was like 2 ogres that were like attacking all of us, and I was like, "Hey, you go away!" And then they were like, "Oh yeah, okay." And then they just took off, and then the other one was like, "Wait, what are you doing?"
The first time he did it in our campaign, I had an army of orcs that is in the very
That's what it
beginning
was.
of Storm King's Thunder. There's an army of orcs that are there, and he got the entire army to go away.
Wow.
I did suggestion on the leader, and I was like, "Hey, yo, don't fuck with us. You should leave." And they're like, "Yeah, sounds good."
Yeah, right.
Yeah, check
Dude,
What?
No, he's got a
suggestion
point.
is such a good spell. It
It's
is
so good.
Comes
But
in
you
clutch.
have to be
such a
you have to be
good spell.
specific on the
Oh,
on
yeah.
the wording.
On the phrasing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you are being left alone, and the werewolf has left, which in suit the wolves had left.
I walk back over towards the gate.
Can we come in now?
Excuse me, can we please
They're
come
all
in?
holding pikes. You see the person that you were talking to before. She starts talking and she says, "Well, that was anticlimactic to say the least.
Little too close. If you don't mind me saying that, I think I would prefer the safety of inside your walls, as with my party.
I'm still hesitant.
We
However-
just
Children.
However,
Would you
there
have
is any
preferred the
other-
bloodshed?
is there any other evidence that you can provide to help your cause?
we
Otherwise,
just
I
Oh, sorry.
cannot accept you guys to enter our town until the morning,
Well-
at least.
Can we please at least let the children inside?
You
Do a
suggestion
persuasion check.
again.
All right, thank God.
Yeah, you suggestion again.
I know. I was
gonna-
thinking that again, but like I don't think that's gonna work in our favor again.
I was gonna make
Ooh,
a minor
22.
illusion arrow pointing
Wow.
at the kids, but this works. It's fine.
Grimm's on a roll today.
Just,
Yeah.
and then I jab my elbow into Johan's. Pretend to be a kid.
yes, yes.
you know what? I'm gonna cast this guy's self
Right in front of him?
and turn into
Right now?
one of the kids.
They've
They're
already
all- they're
seen
all-
you.
They're looking at you. They're like literally looking directly at you. You're
You
gonna have
already
to do.
look like a big
You're a
kid.
halfling.
However,
You look
wouldn't-
like a
Go
big
ahead
kid.
and do a
it is-
stealth check.
It is dark. It
Do a
is
stealth
dark,
check.
and they are far away from me.
Losing all
Go
of our
ahead and do a
trust
stealth
right
check.
I am
away.
standing with
We got-
other kids.
We got
They're
a
like 30
22
feet.
on persuasion.
Stealth? You said?
Yes.
Oh my
That's a
goodness
12.
gracious.
All right. Natural 20. They look at you casting and they say, "What is this? What is happening? Everybody get ready." And everybody pulls up their spears again.
I am.
Did you
trying
know
to
them?
protect the children?
Is that why they just left you? Did you know them? Is this all part of a scheme?
No.
No, it's not. I don't know what my friend here is doing.
I don't either.
I finished
Stay out
casting
here for the
myself
night.
And turned into one of the kids anyway.
Okay, that's fine.
I do it. It's fine.
Look, we got rid of your wolf problem. And isn't that something?
It remains to be seen. If you are still here in the morning, we can talk about it.
If we are still here in the morning. So you will allow the Burgermeister of Borovia to just die out here?
If that is who it really
And 4
is.
children.
Just say
Well,
4.
3 and me.
Question.
Wait, hold
Would
on.
I know the Burgermeister of Vallaki's name?
No.
Dang.
I have to
Go ahead and do a
men-
history
I-
check.
Oh,
I
okay.
also want to ask a question.
Okay, 1 sec. Once we get this
Yeah,
squared
yeah.
away, and then
It's relating to the previous event, considering I am a halfling. And those are not common.
Sure. 18.
18?
You've heard of his first name, Vargas?
Okay. Well, I hope Vargas won't be upset with you if anything is to happen to us. I'm sure it would be terrible if something were to happen and he were to find out that you are responsible.
Do a persuasion check with
Okay.
disadvantage.
Oh, please.
Let's go. Roll 20, I love you. Persuasion.
Roll 20 gods. 7. She looks at you and she says, "Well, lady, Vargas was the one that gave us strict orders never to open up these gates at night. So I think that he could accept that something happened to some random people that pushed away these wolves like they were nothing, and then did whatever your friend there was doing." No,
What is your name?
Sasha.
Well, Sasha, I am Ireena. Ireena Koyana. We are not random people.
But you are to us. That is all for tonight. Good luck. And you see as most of them begin going down, and the other one that she comes down, and then you see there's another one on the right-hand side of it that's like on a chair, just kind of hanging out there and not really looking.
Well, it was a good effort, everyone.
Well,
Guess
we
we're sleeping
tried.
outside one more time.
Johnny, what I was going to ask is, would the fact that halflings are not common around here affect how that outcome came out?
Yeah, but the thing is that you were casting a spell, and that in itself is completely out of this kind of, not realm, but it's out
It's
of the blue
spooky.
kind of thing. And so with casting a spell, they're like, what is going on?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, just
You know.
making sure.
Yeah. All right.
Question, is the main gate like complete?
From what you can see, go ahead and do a perception check.
Perception. Sorry, I don't know what there is. 9.
From what you can see, it does look relatively complete.
Cool.
It actually looks like a decent palisade wall. So.
Okay.
So,
Well,
you
should
all
we just
stand.
make
Yeah.
camp then?
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit over on the ground.
Okay.
Do we want to perhaps make camp against the gate? We
I
could
don't think
use
they're gonna let us
these.
that close.
We can always give it a shot.
We could try. We could use
Ismark just starts to slowly make his way towards the doors, just like kind of looking up.
Is anybody looking like at us right now?
Didn't
No.
Okay,
yeah,
then
they
I'll,
like
yeah. I'll just walk
There's
up
a
to the
person
gate.
that's kind of just like sitting and looking out, but they're just sitting down on a chair up on the.
All right, I'll go up and just walk up to the gate and start like making camp.
It doesn't seem
Yeah.
like they pay you any mind.
I'd join you. Well, we can use these blockades to our advantage.
4
Give us some
kids,
cover
one
at
of which-
least.
One of which looks like Freck also joins you. There's
Two of which look like
Frecks
Freck?
right now. Yeah, there's 2 Frecks. They just
Cool.
walk up to the
Two fricks.
one slightly taller than the rest, while than the other. That's normal.
Slightly.
Freck. I'm the smaller Freck.
The shorter one.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
So,
Ah,
as you all stay in this weird
I'm called
setup.
Luna to me, by the way.
Sure, yeah. Luna appears next to you. As you all begin setting up this weird camp and barricading yourselves behind these wooden pikes. Again, you find that the entire way up is surrounded by these wooden pikes that have wolves' heads on them as well. Kind of adds to this eerie feeling outside of the gates. But how are you all going to set up watches? What is going to happen?
Yeah, we need to set up watches for sure.
Well, I'm gonna just hang out over here,
I can take first watch.
just hanging out, watching over the whole area.
Okay.
I'm gonna build a fire like a little bit out from the gate, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
tell the kids to like back to the wall, stay there.
I'm gonna
then-
join the kids.
Yeah, just have them
It's
post
Mark.
up against the wall, and we'll kind of surround them.
Ismark parks the cart like in between each of those barricades, so
Nice.
it's a lot harder to get out or in rather.
Sounds good.
So
And,
first
yeah,
watch, Blaire.
I'll take second,
Who's-
I guess.
I
Do you
think
guys
I'm
wanna go in
gonna join
pairs?
Katya on second.
Well,
I'll go.
Grimm's gonna be awake, so that's kind of like pairs, right?
That's true. Grimm is
I
gonna
can
be
go
the pair.
third.
Okay. Ismark will join you, Ireena.
Okay.
Okay, so for the first watch, Grimm and Blaire, is there anything you guys want to talk? ERP moments? If not, we can just
No,
move
I'm
forward.
gonna be kind of by myself, kind of by the trees, kind of just.
Okay.
Just keeping my eyes out for wolves.
All right. Well, then one of you do a perception check. I imagine that Grimm, you have the higher perception, so
Probably.
go ahead and do it with advantage.
25.
25. Jeez.
Damn.
Grimm is on fire.
Mhm.
You
Why
hear
are we even here?
you hear the howls coming from the forest in a distance, but nothing seems to bother your first watch, and it goes on with no events. Then Johans and Katya, you both wake up to join Grimm in the second watch. Is there anything you would like to do?
I'm gonna walk up
No.
to Grims and sit next to him.
Oh hey,
Hello.
it was a valiant effort earlier, but maybe don't do it in front of them next time.
I was trying to hide with the kids.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, you already look like a kid. I don't mean that in a rude way.
No, I know. That was pretty cool what you did.
I don't even know how I did that. I just told them to leave and it worked.
Do you think you could do that to Strahd? Just go away. And he goes.
I guess there's always the possibility, but it seems like if he's as powerful as he is to keep us here, I'm sure there's ways around whatever it is I did.
Do you think you could write it down? Like
What do you mean?
the spell.
Johans, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I said, all I did was tell them to leave.
Right.
I felt like a weird sensation as I did it, though. Like, I did feel like I was...
I mean,
I don't know how to say it. It felt like I was in his head. Like I could feel his thoughts. He was intending to hurt us.
I know a little bit about that. But typically, I need to make a connection first. Wait, I guess that's what you did. Never mind. It's fine.
But I don't
That
think I
was
can help
impressive.
you.
No, that's okay. I've been practicing on my own anyway. Got to... The music is getting really intense.
I don't know
We're
what
just,
music you're talking
chit-chatting.
about.
Oh, it's part of my whole mind thing.
It's music in my head.
I have background music all the time all night. It sometimes gets
Ah.
intense, but it doesn't have to be. Yeah, it's okay. He's gonna open his spell bucket. He's gonna show you. I've got some writings done. I've been practicing some stuff. I don't think this means anything to you, but look.
I'm sorry, it doesn't, but I'm curious to see what
Okay,
you can
cool.
do. I mean, you've already done some pretty spectacular things.
I mean, once we're in the city, I can show you some of the stuff I got going on. But I have Luna.
Why don't you...
I can show you Luna. And Luna appears before us, just on the floor. See? It's Luna.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Luna, go with the kids. There she goes.
She's a good bird. How did
Waddling
you...
over.
What? What do you say, Johnny?
Or just said waddling
Oh.
over.
Yeah, she walks most of the time. When
Yeah.
she needs to fly.
Where did you find her originally?
She came to me when I needed her. She's been around ever since.
Well, she's definitely special.
She doesn't die. That's pretty special. Well, I mean, she dies. She just kind of comes back. You can call her. She...
And this is my immortal bird.
Yeah.
So, what do you think we're gonna find on the other side of the walls here? You were looking through her
Yes, it
eyes earlier.
Oh, it doesn't... It looks pretty decrepit, honestly. Not that they... It looks like shit.
That doesn't bode well.
Better in a shithole with walls than in a shithole without them, you know?
True.
I'm
Hopefully.
mostly worried about the kids, honestly.
Yeah. I'm wondering what's gonna happen to them.
I'm gonna make sure that they end up somewhere safe, that's for sure.
Well, if it's not safe in there.
They're not going to stay in there. I've seen what the unjust and dangerous world can do to kids. I'm not going to let it happen to them.
I thought you didn't like kids.
Nah. It's impossible to like kids. You hate kids until there's one in front of you, and then they say something stupid, and you're like, haha, I will murder for this thing. It's just bad.
Do you think we can keep them
Besides
safe
Frank-
on the road?
Hmm?
Do you think we can actually keep them safe on the road if it's not safe here?
Can we keep ourselves safe on the road? Can
Fair
we even
point.
keep ourselves safe in a city? We don't know. We haven't had the best experiences everywhere we've went.
No. Seems like
But-
everything here is trying to kill us.
Right? I'm afraid to go to the bathroom because of that.
I don't know what that's like. Can't say I relate.
To be afraid?
No. Going to the bathroom, I don't remember the last time I've done that either.
You don't go to the bathroom. What?
I don't eat, drink. Nothing passes through me.
What happens if you do eat something? Does it just stay inside of you? Or does
I don't
it
know,
come
I
out
haven't-
the other side complete?
I haven't really tried eating anything.
I'm gonna pull out a ration. Eat.
Okay.
Here you go.
I'll reach out, take a bite of it.
It tastes so boring, like you're eating sand.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Next time, in about 5 hours, maybe 8, let me know in case anything starts to happen. Okay?
Put that on my
Okay.
DM notes. Grimm might poop. I don't know. We'll see.
Does
Roll to poop.
Grimm poop?
Roll a con save.
Oh, I love it. All right. Well, and with that, your watch comes to a close. Ismark and Ireena come to you as you're finishing up talking and swap you out.
Did you
Ireena
guys know
and
that
Grimm.
He doesn't poop. Keep
I,
going.
I honestly, I don't even know what to do with that information. But good night.
I shake my head and I'm just...
So, Ismark, Ireena, Grimm, is there anything that either of you two want to do?
How you holding up?
Holding? Yes, this is so frustrating, this situation, and I'm frustrated I couldn't do more to help. What you did was really amazing.
Incredible. I couldn't even believe it. It was...
I told Johan that, I just told them to go away, and they listened.
Do you usually have that effect on people?
Can't
Well,
say that I do, but
I'm glad that you were able to do that too.
me too. I was
There was
Thinking
going to
about
be
those
some
kids.
bloodshed.
Yeah, I didn't know that we were going to be able to keep them safe.
Yes.
But for now, seems like everything is okay, though.
Yes, for
For
now.
Have you seen anything?
No, can't say that I have.
The wolves didn't come back?
If they have, I didn't see them. I'm sure we would know it, though, if they did.
Well, alright. I'm gonna go back to the other side of the camp. I'll just keep a lookout over there. And starts going back over towards the kids and everybody. Leaving you
careful.
and Ireena. Of course. I'll just be right here. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, I guess we're over here because we went to go see Grimm.
Yeah. Ireena, or Ismark just goes back to the group.
Okay. So it's been quiet out here then.
It has.
That's good.
That thing you do with the with your blood. How did that start?
Well, I guess you could say, falling down a bit of a rabbit hole. A lot of, well, determination and stubbornness and trying to find something that can give us the edge that we need. Because, as you've seen, the situation here is quite dire.
Yeah, I've certainly noticed that. It's good that they are keeping these guards here on this wall, even though it doesn't help us now. It's good to know that they're there.
It is. I hope that Vallaki is everything we hoped that it is.
Me too. And hopefully we can find a good place for these kids.
Yes. How are you holding up?
I think I'm okay. Don't like knowing that hag is out there.
Yes.
But at least we got 2 of them. 2 less evil beings in this world.
And they certainly won't be the last 2 that we will wipe from this place.
Probably not.
I think we really have a chance to do something here. Your group. And I will do everything I can to assist you all. We've not really had a hope like this in a long time in Barovia.
What are you talking about specifically? Are you talking about just leaving Barovia, or
Trying to... Well... Do you all just intend to leave?
I don't know about the others. I don't even know about myself. I'm just trying to figure out what these visions mean and who I am, who Logan is. To wherever that takes me.
I see. I'm sorry for misunderstanding. I think I got a bit ahead of myself. I hope that I would like to see this hold he has on us, and I would do anything to end it.
Well, the way it's shaping up, it seems like it's what we'll have to do if we want to get anywhere.
That's how it's been for a long time.
Don't look forward to that day.
Well, I think we'll be alright, or we'll die trying, I guess. It's...
You know what? It's probably one of the most optimistic things I've ever heard you say.
Well...
Just at that point, light begins to take over behind the heavy clouds above. You begin to see light coming back again as day quickly approaches. And you all have finished a long rest.
Love that for us.
Oh yeah, I get to close all of my wolf character sheets. Cool,
You can save them for another time.
cool. No, that's great. That's great.
Get ready for a one shot of the month with a bunch of wolves.
Yeah, right.
in it.
It's only wolves. That's it.
Oops, all
it's,
wolves.
it's this encounter.
Yeah.
But like
It's just
waves
that.
of enemies. It's like, no, fuck you. You're gonna go through it.
I cast suggestion. Suggestion doesn't exist.
Immunity.
Suggestions.
Yeah.
I
Immune to
suggest you don't do
suggestion.
that.
None of you get to use caster because I fucking will not allow it to happen
Yeah.
again.
That's
You'll
so
have to
good.
play
I suggest you
barbarians.
don't do that.
That'd be a lot of fun. Playing a one shot with only barbarians.
I'm
That would be
down.
nuts.
I would be down for that.
I am so down.
So, as light begins to take over the sky, everybody naturally begins to wake up, and you hear the gates beginning to open. On the other side, you find a heavy group of guards that watch you very closely. However,
Do the gates
up?
open in or out?
they open in.
So we'd all just like fall back on our asses.
Basically, I mean, you kind of know that this is happening. It's not like it's just
The kids at least would.
It's like-
just, it,
daytime, blah, and then they open it up behind you. It doesn't happen like
To be
that.
fair, I would be waking up the kids and feeding them and cleaning
Sure,
them
sure,
and
sure.
presentation and
Yeah.
et cetera.
So just so you know as well, Johnny, I didn't long rest. I was concentrating that whole time
Okay.
on the suggestion spell to make it so they for sure were leaving the whole time.
Sure.
But since it was still like I mean,
It's 8 hours. You're good.
okay.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. You're fine. So, I mean, they had left and they are gone by
Cool.
this time. So you're good.
They
I'm not,
left
I wasn't going to
Barovia.
do that to you. Yeah.
They've
They,
left
they left. They went
Barovia.
into the mist. They're gone.
They're on their way to the next campaign. By the way, they're the BBEG over there.
They're going to the one. They're going to the one shot. That's
Yeah.
where they're going.
We will see them there
that's fun.
Yeah.
next Monday, right?
Yeah, right. But you all finish your long rest. The gates begin to open up, and you all gather your things. The large group of guards watch you intently, and a new person, leader, if you will, of the guards, comes to you. Let me open up my notes because I got their name.
Oh, I remember the name. It's bitch, right?
Namir, actually. But anyways, so as they open up the gates, you see a decorated guard come to you and say, Sasha told me about your run-in with wolves. We have been told to send a guard with you as you find lodging or whatever you need. Just
Thank you.
so you know. We want to make
Thank
sure
you.
that nothing else happens and we can't afford another problem in Vallaki. You are welcome in Valaki's gates now. And with
Such
that, go ahead. No, go ahead.
such warm hospitality.
Make sure to keep smiles on your faces and do not speak of the devil. Specifically, do not say his name.
I wouldn't dream of it.
I thought not. So, Ismark very awkwardly just gets back on the cart and starts going into the gates of Vallaki, and
I love
as
this
your
stuff.
focus gets taken away from the guards in front of you, you now see
I want to hang back as everybody starts going forward for a moment.
sure.
Oh, it was really tempting to say his name right there.
I know, right?
I was
Oh,
checking
you
with
mean-
my silent speech.
Wait, do you mean?
I wanted to find out if silent speech the person would know it was me.
Oh my
Because I
god.
was just gonna whisper into his mind.
I mean, you
That would
can.
have caused a lot of problems.
You can definitely. You can certainly do that. That is
No, thank
100%
you.
a
No.
choice that you
I
can
am
make.
stupid. And
We
not
already
that
had to nap
stupid.
outside.
I already got these people angry at me. I don't want it to do it again.
So I as
bad.
everybody kind of passes through, I want to kind of hang back to say stuff to the guard separately.
Okay.
That was addressing us.
So, well, before that, When you're going into the gates, you find the state that Vallaki is in. You see leaning and broken houses. You see potholes in the broken cobblestone road. You get this stench of sewage and garbage that is hard to place but follows you everywhere. This city is not what you had hoped for. It is very much a disappointment.
It's beautiful.
You hear a small laugh from Ismark.
It's a wreck.
Go ahead, tell the
were
kids to stay close.
talking about
They're staying close, yeah.
you didn't want any other trouble here. I mean, clearly your town has fallen on hard times. Is there stuff that's been happening outside these walls, outside of these wolf attacks?
Be careful what you say about our town. However,
I don't mean any disrespect by that. It looks like it's been in a better state than this before.
yes. Recently, 9 of our guards have gone missing in the past few weeks, and we have no idea what is happening. So,
Were they night watch guards? Or they just got missing from their homes?
they were guards. They weren't gate guards by any means. So, we are unsure as to what happened. We can't allow another problem to enter our town, so I'm sure you can understand why we were hesitant to
No,
allow another group of people into our town.
I appreciate all your efforts to keep people here safe.
At least you do.
If there's any way that we can help, just let us know.
He looks towards the group of guards that are currently here. Frederick, why don't you accompany them to the Blue Water Inn? Show them the way there so that they can get their lodging.
One more thing, if you don't mind. We
What?
had these 3 children that we found on the road. Heard that there's an orphanage here. Is it a good place?
Frederick, make sure they know what the orphanage is. It is a place for children. I don't go there much. I don't know.
Thank you
You
for
can
your time.
be the judge of that.
It must be better than the wilderness anyway.
He just gives a nod and turns back around towards the group of guards and begins telling them to get on to their positions, and you are now left alone, minus Frederick, who is a very nondescript kind of person. Just, thin.
He's there.
He has black hair, thin. He has like
Classic
a
NPC
scruff
look.
scruff that you can tell he's trying to grow a beard, but he can't.
He has a face, and
Yeah.
that
He
face
has a
has
face,
eyes.
he has shoulders, he's got a
Eyes.
nose
Maybe some
somewhere.
arms.
He has an eye patch actually.
Ooh.
And that is
Ooh.
canon now.
There's a story.
There is a story there, and you can ask him about it. Might not be a good one, but it'll be a story.
What did we
He
say
just-
his
he
name
just
was?
fell on his own speed.
Frederick.
Frederick, thank you for joining us. I'm Logan.
Frederick just continues forward.
Talkative fella.
We'll continue walking. Could you show us the orphanage?
Yes.
I think lodgings first would be more important.
It is this way. Follow me.
Okay,
Lodgings for us or the kids?
for us.
Well, we-
Lodging for you is on the way. I will show you where the orphanage is.
Okay.
Two
Along the way, I
two
keep
birds,
my
one
eyes open
stone.
for a pub store.
Let's go.
So, as you all continue down this main road that winds through this town, you find that... Let's see, where are we? We are here. You come across, first, to your left, a large stockyard. It's a few hundred feet to your left. And we are going to change the dynamic here, because it is no longer nighttime.
That's stockyard.
To your left, you find that stockyard a few hundred feet away, and it holds several sheds along its periphery and lies adjacent to a large warehouse. You can see at this intersection a sign that says Arasek Stockyard. Grimm, with your very high perception, passive perception, you're able to notice at the center of the stockyard there is a wagon with brightly painted colors that contrasts with the drab of this gray city. However, your cart continues forward following Frederick until you cross another intersection a few thousand feet away. No, a few hundred feet away, sorry.
Hey, Frederick,
Yes.
a little bit back there, there's a wagon that was, looked out of place to me.
I have
What's-
no idea what that is for. I saw it appear one day. I have no idea whose it is.
Okay. No one
Just
saw
for
it
the-
come through the gate, or...
I did not see it come through the gate. It just was there one day.
Okay, cool. That seems normal.
So, with that,
Just
It-
quick
no-
parentheses.
no
Top
smile,
quality.
just straight face. What's up, Johans?
I'm keeping my eyes open for anything related to like a bookstore or anything of the kind.
Blaire, did you say that you had something?
Oh no,
No,
I was just
okay.
saying top quality RP session. To myself.
Frederick seems like a cool dude.
So, you find that cart and continue forward following Frederick until you hit a few hundred feet away another intersection. And the road to your left opens up into a large area with broken cobblestone streets, the rain pitter-pattering onto them, and you see grass growing between the cracks of these stones. You also see the edge of a large wooden platform, but from this angle it's hard to see exactly what the purpose would be. Placed in the ground at this intersection, as you go by, you find a poster board that reads... Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendance and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. The Baron.
I don't like the provide children and pikes will be provided in the same sentence.
Required.
Required. Yes. Unsettling.
Why are
Well, good thing we have
children-
kids.
Oh, good. Can I ask?
We have four of
What the hell is that?
Frederick looks at the sign. That is part of our weekly festivals that we have.
Weekly.
Weekly festivals.
Why are children required?
Because they are the ones that bring happiness to everybody.
Can I insight this
I
Yes.
business?
Yes, you
don't,
can.
don't like
Yes,
the
you
way he
can.
said
Ask
that.
for the same,
Yes,
yeah.
you can.
11. Do I have maybe a little advantage?
I was gonna.
From everybody.
I was gonna
11.
do it too.
I'll help if you need
Sure,
advantage.
sure. That's
I
fine. Yeah,
don't
go
like
ahead and do
that.
it. Do an advantage. Yeah.
22.
Yeah, 22. So, one of the main things that you
It's like
can
a
tell,
Chuck E. Cheese.
obviously, the way that he said it was like lackluster. Like, for some reason, he's like, that's what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
But on another sense, you see that he doesn't quite agree with these weekly festivals, I guess I could say. You know, it seems like he thinks that this is just ridiculous.
And so, is there like a parade? Is there
Yes.
games?
There is parades, there is games, there is food.
Every week you do this.
Every week.
Okay.
If a
And-
person... Oh, sorry.
And the pikes are for the
wolf's heads.
wolf's heads, yes.
Did you see? You saw them outside of the
Right.
gate.
They make sense in a sort of like a intimidation thing, but for a parade seems a little
You saw how the wolves were trying to attack you. This is, at least it is supposed to be a happy.
Did they
time.
though? I'm kidding. I didn't say that out loud. Right. Well, I guess we'll just see for ourselves then.
Yes, the festival, the next festival is set to happen in 2 more days.
Got it.
What a treat.
What is your
Right.
favorite part about the festival?
Sitting back and watching everybody else do the festival.
But isn't
I
it
thought-
not required to?
It is required for the people. We are there to keep the peace. How can I keep the peace if I am involved in the festival?
Absolutely, my mistake.
Of course. I thought you were going to say the ending was your favorite part.
That too. So,
Well-
as you're continuing forward, you pass this intersection, seeing that sign, and as this conversation is happening, you see him glance over to the right-hand side of the road, and he says, "So, Namir told you about the disappearances, right?"
Mm-hmm.
He looks down this small road to the right that peels off of the main road, and he says, "What they didn't tell you is that every single one of the guards goes on patrol down this road here. And every single time we have a festival, they disappear." He quickly references one of the homes there. I'm gonna turn that down.
Very dramatic.
Cool.
Right.
He looks down and he says, doesn't even point, he just kind of references one of the houses, and as you look over, you can see there is a large, sad looking house with green paint peeling off, and he says, "That one. Do you see it? The green one.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I'm not going to say anything, because I would never be the one to say this. But many people seem to believe that the culprit lives in that house. The culprit that is the Baron's brother-in-law. And if I had to guess which house you would have to look for in order to get down to the bottom of this, I would say that that might be a great place to start. At least somebody else would say. I would never say that.
Of course, of course.
If you
One would
say
also
safe-
say that there is a reward for finding out what is happening of 400 gold pieces and a private dinner with the Baron. One would say.
One would
I
say.
would never.
Not you. No, of course not. And who would someone say is the next guard that is scheduled to patrol this particular alleyway during the festival?
I haven't the slightest fucking clue.
Okay. It's a broad question, I understand that. But, well, if you find out,
If
Let
I
'em
find
know.
out,
then we'll talk to them.
sure. If you want to find out, you can stand here on the day of the festival and talk to them yourself.
Can I insight
Maybe I
check?
will.
Sure. Yeah. What are you trying to
'Cause-
figure out?
I want to make sure he's being truthful, like,
Okay.
and he's not setting us up. She's
Sure.
That is
because
good.
I feel like Vallaki was like very different than she thought it was gonna be, so she's kind of like
Sure.
on edge. Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
okay, let's see.
See, I mean, this guy's been pretty much face value this entire time. I mean, he is being a little bit, like, to the side about this, but doesn't seem like he has any ulterior motives.
Okay. You're just like, everything seems great in Vallaki. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's super
Very
chill here.
nice. Everything is great. So, you continue forward as this conversation happens, and as the main road begins to lazily turn to the left, you find a colorful tavern with bright lights emanating from its interior and gray smoke wisping from the chimney. You see a painted sign hanging from above the entrance that moves and creaks with the wind, depicting a blue waterfall. And as you finally come to the front of this tavern, Frederick turns to each of you and says, "Well, this is the Blue Water Inn." And he turns down towards the main road. Even further down, he points over to this 2-floor building with a pointed tip. That is the steeple of St. Andrew's Church. Across the street is the orphanage. If you follow this main road, you cannot miss it.
As soon as he says that, Luna flies off in that direction.
Sure. I do not give a shit about what you do after this, but make sure you don't do anything fucking stupid.
Can I ask you a question?
This is going to be one of those beloved NPCs that we keep around for the entire campaign.
You just see
Fan
him
favorite.
randomly walking through the fucking town, and he's like, "Oh god, these fucking guys! I can't get fucking rid of them." He looks over to you, Johans, and he says, "What?"
Could you point me to the location of, like, the garrison of your, like, guard people?
The garrison of the guard people is down the road behind the burgomaster's mansion.
Good.
I'm not going to show you where it is.
That's okay. I have a bird.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frederick.
Oh, and is there, like, a bookstore or, like, a place for, like... No, you know, I'm smart. The people who like to read and gather information or something.
I haven't the fucking clue if there is any bookstores here. Does it look like I read? As he doesn't
Yes,
reference
you-
his
You look like a really smart, charming guy. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just kind of difficult with one eye.
I mean, you've been nothing but amicable to us. I don't know what you're talking about.
He just stops and he just walks away.
Okay, good. Goodbye.
I like this guy.
What a
He
charmer.
seems really nice.
Real ladies man too.
And a man's fits too, depending on your perspective. I don't know,
Yes, everyone's man.
right? That's what we should call
So-
him. Every man's fed.
So, should we get a meal in these children before we drop them off then?
Let's not get the meal of the children.
In the
For
children?
the children.
Feed them, Johans. Feed them.
Oh. Wait, you're eating the children?
No,
feeding
we're
the children.
Children are required.
You just hear-
we can't.
Feeding.
What?
Okay.
Some of the what?
It's okay. It's a joke. Don't worry about it.
It's a weird joke.
It's okay. It's funny.
One-
to me.
Could you
That's all that
please refrain from jokes about eating people? I'd appreciate that. Thank
yeah.
you.
matters. That was.
I'm just gonna walk into the inn.
I am gonna follow.
And with
follow the
that-
guys to the kids.
We're gonna go ahead and go to break because
oh, that was
perfect
great.
time. So we're gonna go to break. We'll be back in like 15 or so to see what else happens in the city of Vallaki. All right, we'll see you all later.
Man.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello.
We are coming into our first day in Vallaki, and we ended with everybody either wanting to go into the Blue Water Inn or going to the orphanage. I'm not entirely sure which one. It sounded like we were going into the Blue
We're
Water
going
Inn.
into the inn.
Okay.
We're
Right.
gonna eat children.
Of course, yes. As one does when they
As
get
one
to a town and,
Of course.
first time ever. Yeah, of course. Okay, so you all found this place to be a little bit more homely than any of the other places that you had seen in this town. Its color of this tavern seems to be, again, in contrast with the grays, and you feel a little warmer here. You see that there's a stable on the other side of this tavern, and Ismark is like, okay, getting all of the kids off of the cart. He says, I'll take care of Drusilla and bring the cart over into the stables. I'll see you inside. So, you all come to the front of the tavern. Let's go here. All right. So, as you come outside, you begin to hear low, voices on the inside. Not very much of a commotion, but you open up the door, and as you do, you see this colorfully dressed fellow. He's holding a small package in his hand, and he holds a cane in his other, and he opens up the door as you're opening up and kind of backs up and says, well, hello there! Nice to meet all of you. And he kind of goes down with his top hat and he says, I'll see you all later tonight if you're staying here at the Blue Water Inn.
All right. Nice to meet you too.
Awesome. Rictalvio, nice to meet each of you.
Pleasure.
Good day. And he starts making his way past you and just
Is it Irish or Australian?
Australian.
I go,
Cool. Oh, this is-
what the hell?
Sorry, I'm apparently very racist, and I can't.
No, you're good. All right, so here we are in the Blue Water Inn.
Dude, and black screen. Oh, never mind. It's at the bottom.
This Mark is doing his thing. So, you all
I'm
enter
keeping
into
the
this
children in
tavern?
front of me.
Of course. Let me
Yes, you
open
do
up
when you walk your
these.
children.
Of course. I'm gonna open up the tap room here so that you can see it. One moment. Awesome. All right. So, you can see damp cloaks hanging from pegs in the entrance portico. This tavern is quite empty. You see a few people sitting and eating to themselves, and you find narrow paths meandering between each of these tables and chairs. You find two kids that are currently wiping down one set of the tables, and you hear from the other end of one of these doors a person humming and singing, a older gentleman. And at the bar you find a middle-aged woman that is currently cleaning the bar and looks up to see each of you. She says, welcome to the Blue Water Inn. You? New faces? My name is Danica. Danica Martikov. How can I help you?
I still kind of staggered from that guy that came up to introduced us himself. I walk up and I'm just like, hello, we're traveling through from Barovia village. Can we get
Village? It's a long way here.
Yes, it was a bit of a journey. Could we get food for I look at Logan, Grimm, Logan. I look 8.
All right. 8 people? One moment. And she turns and goes into one of the side doors. And
Thank you.
Sit the kids down.
And you see the door is one of those typical kitchen doors that...
They're like saloon doors.
Oh, yeah.
Good shit.
She comes back out. 8 people. Food will be ready in 20 minutes.
Thank you.
Of course. Is there anything else I can do for you? I know it's early, but if you just arrived here from the village, you might be thirsty. She looks back at the large wine barrels behind her.
I'll take it.
I'm like
Yes, of course.
thinking. I'm like,
She turns Grabs another for Johans as well.
Sure. We have 3 children. Apart from that, sure.
Okay, well then, let's see.
Give wine to the
Begins
kids.
counting. So, a total of 5?
I don't want one. I'm okay. Thank you.
All right. Well then. Starts pouring them out, and about this time, you see Ismark coming in. Hi, it looks like everybody's already met. I'm Ismark. I'm using your stables. And she says, oh, okay. Are you all together? Shall I put it on your tab?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We have another wine, maybe another food as well, or did you order for him?
Already counted.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Kids.
You see the kids start to just kind of naturally gravitate towards the 2 kids that are cleaning the table, and they're just starting to, ask random questions and
I'm gonna
their
sit
own
in the
thing.
corner and I just watch the kids.
Sure. Yeah. And just come over here to this large table over here and just kind of hang out. She says, okay, so 5 wine and Ismark. Yes, please. Goodness. And so she makes 5 wines, and with the 8, let's see, about 3 gold.
I reach into my bag of holding. Have on my
Just like-
hip.
Shit.
Take out the 3 gold.
Sure.
I got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll just wander off.
Yeah.
And then I reach my hand in there to feel if there's any more gold. Well,
You
that's it.
grab a full thing of gold.
What?
Yeah, there's 50 gold in there. You guys got 50 gold.
I
from
thought we
going
only
on
found,
that
I thought
gold
we
from
only
the
found
bag.
3.
Yeah.
No, there was 50 gold.
Oh, shit.
In that area too.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'll have to go back to
pretty
my
sure.
notes, but I'm pretty sure there was 50 gold. Yeah.
No,
I do vaguely
Oh,
remember
yeah,
that.
we sure do.
Definitely
We sure do.
get 50.
Oh, you know what? I think
I
it was
have a little
100
note
gold.
on
No,
the
no,
party
I think there was like
Yeah,
I think it was
5,000
like
gold in
5,000.
there.
5,000.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
For
that-
what
that's
For
it's
some
like-
reason, I
It's
thought
like
there was
10,000.
only 3 gold that I found.
That's a big difference.
There is,
Yeah,
yeah.
50 gold. So you're good.
Maybe
I
you
have-
should suggest that it was more like 1,000.
Yeah, I'll roll a wisdom save as the DM.
With
Oh,
the-
natural
with-
500.
Oh, yeah, did you use?
Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were
I
gonna
beat
say
your
you used
DC.
Naturally, you're
the
dead.
dice that is all 20s.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
so
right?
natural.
Yeah.
Oops, all 20s.
Oh, so yeah, a little tidbit about our wedding. When I did my vows, I had finished up, and it went to Kristen's turn to do her vows, and right before she did that, after mine, she said, "Yeah, that's great and all, but I'm gonna have you do a persuasion roll." And so my brother, who is my best man, had my dice box that I have and
Oh my
handed it
gosh.
over to her. Opened it up, and there's this dice that has 20s on every single side, right?
It was the cutest.
So I just grabbed it and I was like, didn't even miss a beat, rolled it, and it was like 20, and everybody was like, ah, it was funny.
That's
It was great.
It was great.
It was great. Yeah.
That's great.
Anyways, with that aside, what the
Nerds.
fuck were we talking about?
We're all eating and drinking food. and
Right,
wine.
you paid 3 gold.
Yeah.
You have 50, now 47.
Yep. That's
So-
updated.
Doing
Take
great.
a sip. And
Okay.
I'm gonna look through Luna's eyes
Sure.
for just a minute, just long enough to see what's going on.
And you sent her over towards the church, right?
I had her on the church looking at the orphanage.
Okay. Go ahead and do a perception check as you're looking
Yeah.
through.
Her what's the? It's
Just if there's a perception, use that. If there's not, use wisdom.
I have advantage on wisdom perceptions
Sight?
on high sight and hearing.
Sure. Okay, so then you have advantage.
I'll just roll 2 d20s. And,
Sounds good. All right, so you got a 12
plus 1, so 13.
13. Okay. Looking through, you're able to see one. You're pretty high up there. From your literal bird's eye view, you can see that the orphanage is in a bit of disrepair. It looks like it is very much a thrown together home that houses kids. It looks like they don't have enough funds to repair, or they just don't care. But either way, you find this home to be in disrepair, and you find every once in a while a older teenager coming out and, you know, fixing a few things up, doing some gardening, and then going back inside. But nothing really of note.
Do the kids seem like they've been starved or hurt? I know that's not that much.
From where you're at, it's a little hard to tell, but nothing strikes you as odd at that moment.
At this distance, anyway.
At that distance, anyway, yeah.
Of course, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna pull out my spell book. I'm just gonna practice and.
Sure. Freck notices that you're doing that, and he pulls up the chair next to you, and he starts just mimicking what you're doing and putting up the magic signs and stuff.
A little bit of what I got
Of
going
course. Let's see.
on.
How we
make
doing?
Sure
How we doing
keep
today?
The alcohol on the other side of his.
Yeah.
Of
12.
The table, just up.
He's
He's doing
yeah.
good.
He got a 12. He's getting it. Not really like amazing as he was before, but like he's still
okay.
consistently
It's a learning
doing it.
process.
So yeah.
Sometimes you take steps forward. Sometimes you stay still. That's fine.
Exactly. So, as Danica gives out all of those drinks, she kind of just looks at each of you and says, "So, anything exciting happened on the way over here?"
Oh, you know.
No.
Well,
Typical-
consider yourself lucky. That is
Yeah.
quite a task to go from the village all the way to here. Well, it must have taken you over a week.
Something like that. We're grateful for a peaceful journey, you know?
Good. Well, I'm glad that you made it. Are you hoping to stay here for the night?
Yes, that would be nice.
Perfect. With the 6 of you and the children, how many rooms? 2, 3?
I can take a room with the kids if that's alright. Somebody can bunk.
Are
with-
we not dropping the kids off this evening? Or before this evening?
What are you
I will
dropping
not-
them off?
Well, I mean, they're not our kids.
Oh, I see.
We found them.
You did ask if there was anything that happened on the road, and we did find them on the road. So
Yeah,
I
that
guess
was the
it's
thing
something
that
Oh,
did
jeez. Oh, my goodness.
they were left.
Right, yes, that did happen. That was one thing.
Well, we do have an orphanage here. Is that what you were talking about then?
Yeah.
I see.
We've, you know, in our what we do, it might not be the best for little
Yes,
ones.
I understand.
What can
Well,
you tell us about your guys' celebration you guys do every
The
week?
festivals.
Yeah, it said it's gonna be the greatest celebration of the year, but it sounded like
Yeah,
they
it
used to do
always
this every
says
week.
that. They always say that it's a great celebration. Well, she looks at the patrons that are in here. The festivals happen every week, and they are meant to bring happiness, because, as our Baron would say, happiness keeps him away.
Sure.
And that
So-
works.
That's very optimistic.
Can you
She just gives you the face of just blank stare as you say, and that works. And she just
would you be able to expand on the required children part? I find that the most interesting.
every single person that is in Vallaki is required to go to these festivals in order to spread the maximum cheerness, the maximum happiness.
Okay.
So, if you do not want to go, you are forced. And if you are forced, other things can happen. So it's just in everybody's best interest to just go.
That seems pretty normal.
Yeah.
Got it.
Casual.
That's the
Yes.
base,
It wasn't always this way.
How was it?
Before Vargas, things were a lot darker.
So he's
So I
done
will
good
take this
then.
over that.
How long has Vargas been the Baron?
I don't know, a couple decades. He took over after his father.
Hmm.
His father died young, but
His father was not a good person, it seemed.
no, he was not.
Well, at least you got Vargas
Hangings
who's trying
almost
to...
as frequent as the festivals were.
Well,
So I will take festivals over hangings any day.
yeah, at least Vargas, wants to spread the cheer.
Mm.
I'm looking for
Yes.
everybody else. How much for staying? If we were to
It
ring?
depends on how many rooms. Each room would be about 5 silver. So if
Well-
you're looking for 2, 1 gold piece. If you're looking for 3, a gold and 5 silver.
How many?
Unless you're going to stay for a long time, it's up to you. I can discount that.
How big are the rooms? Like, how many can you fit? How
We
many
can fit.
beds?
Each room has 3 beds, but you're more than welcome to add more if you would like. Well, not more beds, but there's
More rooms.
ample room on the ground, and up to you.
Well, I think I can suspect that we might be staying for at least a few days. Maybe a week worth.
A week, perfect.
For 2 rooms, you think?
For I think 2
think
rooms
2.
might be fine.
Okay. At this time, you see that the door opens up, and you see this very big-bellied older gentleman has a large beard that has a nice gray strip coming down it, and kind of the curly hair, it just waves down, and he just comes out holding a bunch of plates, and he says, Danica, do you mind helping me out with this? And she, oh god, and starts grabbing plates and bringing them to each of you, and
I grab one with mage hand and bring it to me.
he's like, whoa, this is, whoa,
It's okay.
And-
It's just Jeff.
that was
Thank you.
incredible. I didn't know that we have such special guests. And he begins bringing it over, and he says, Bram, Bray, help me with these plates too. And you see the 2 kids that were cleaning the table and hanging out with all of the kids are now coming and helping serve the plates of food. And he says, well, you would think that it is nighttime with all of the people that are in here. Welcome to the Blue Water Inn. I'm Erwin. It's very nice to meet each of you. What
Nice to
brings
meet
you
you
here?
too.
Danica says, they were traveling here from the village. From the village? Well, glad to see you made it in one piece. It is dangerous out there.
For no reason in particular. I mean, in this room right now that's standing with us, we have the lady behind the bar, we have Erwin, and then we have the other gentleman who introduced himself
Yes.
starting with an R name. I'm blinking on what the full name
Erdwin.
is. No,
Oh,
Erwin, no,
Rictavio.
Rictavio. For no reason
Yeah.
at all, I'm popping in Eyes of the Grave and just kind of scanning the room.
Sure. Your senses go out and kind of pulse off of the walls just next to you. And you find 17 zombies all around. No, you find nothing. Nothing is in here,
That's good news.
thankfully.
I just look over at Katya.
So
That's it.
he stands
I call
there
the
and he
kids-
says,
I call
Well-
the kids over to start eating.
you are all very capable then. I see you have swords, shields. He kind of looks over to Danica.
We can
And
get by.
you see him look over to Danica and just kind of...
I don't have
She-
food or shields.
Well,
I know that look. It's
if...
just like, you are about to ask us for a favor.
Only if you want. Feel free to
I look
reject.
over at Ireena and Bismarck. Where have I heard that before?
Listen, I apologize. I didn't mean to just throw this in your face as you come here, but it
I'll
seems
take
like
it.
you are willing.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well,
They're very good at what they do, to be fair.
Let
is
us at least
perfect.
hear them out.
Okay. Listen, it's nothing crazy. It's just he kind of gets closer to you as there's still patrons in here, and he sits down at the table that each of you are in. And he says, "So listen, my supply of wine is it's nearly gone, and you can suspect that that would be a bad thing, especially with being the only tavern in this town.
It sounds terrible, yes.
My next shipment is overdue, and I understand that you most likely are staying here for a few days. So, how about if you go and figure out what's going on with the wine shipment? We can allow you to stay here for free. That's great.
Yes.
Good.
Wonderful.
This is
Johans is in.
important business.
I look at the rest of the party. Like, how do the rest of us feel about this?
I just shrug my shoulders
Where did you say we can find some more wine for you?
Well, there's a winery that's down the road a bit.
Within
It
the
usually
walls
comes
or
in-
without?
Outside of the walls of Vallaki.
That's what I thought.
Yes. Traveling there, it would take you about 4 days of normal travel. You would arrive at night on the 4th day. If you want. Again, there is no pressure. Otherwise, I
I was
mean,
just-
of course, you would have to pay
Speaking to
for staying, but...
your employee over here, how much would it cost for us to
Ah,
stay here
this-
for a week?
This is my wife.
My apologies. Yeah.
It's okay, no worries. And these are my 2 sons, Bram and Bray. Introduce yourselves. And they say,
Names.
they just kind of shyly, hello. They just like
Hello, children.
skitter right back over to the table with the kids. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to make sure that we all introduce ourselves. That was extremely rude of us. I apologize.
But
Giving us a moment to talk. As a group.
Absolutely. He pushes back his chair with a stands up. Pushes it in.
but I
course.
didn't get
sure.
how much does it cost for us to
Oh.
stay for a week though?
5 gold pieces per room. Oh, if it's a week, it looks to Danica, who seems to be like the manager
The brains of the
the place.
operation.
Yeah, the brains
We
of the
don't
operation,
need any
if
like
you will.
service done to the rooms or anything.
Oh, let's see. We can discount it to 3 silver if you decide not to do the wine shipment. That is totally okay. So 3 silver each room. Are you going for 3 or 2?
I think two rooms.
2? Okay. Yeah, so about, what that would be, 2 rooms a night, 6 each, 7 days. What is that? 42 gold pieces?
Thank you.
40. We'll call it an equal 40.
42 silver.
Silver, sorry. 42 silver. So we'll just
Oh.
call it 4 gold pieces
Well,
That sounds
week?
reasonable.
how about we give you
for the week.
4 now, and if we come back with that wine, we can maybe make some kind of deal.
Absolutely. That sounds great.
If we do this thing, I'm not saying we will, but if we do, how long will your wine last before we need it? Like, how much?
Currently,
Yeah.
we don't have more than a week's worth.
Okay.
So-
So
Well,
you
we have-
could,
Business.
Here,
So-
hold on 1 second. Then she goes behind the bar and picks up like a parchment that 2 weeks.
oh, okay. So then, if we do agree to this, and I'm not saying we are, but if we do agree to this, you'd allow us, of course, a couple of days of rest, maybe a festival first, Then we go out and figure out this wine thing and come back. We've had a long
Yeah,
journey on the
of course.
road.
Yes,
Okay.
you are welcome to stay as long as you want. Of course, if
Just-
you pay,
I would
then
ask
that
for
is
a couple
it.
days
Of course,
to
yes.
rest before we go out.
I wasn't expecting you to take off today, as
We weren't
after all,
going
you
to
did
today.
just get here. So
I look
no,
over
of
at
course
Ireena
not.
again.
She's just like, like she agrees. She's just like,
Okay, we will talk it over and we'll let you know.
Sure. I'll be in the kitchen, and she'll. Yes, I'll be right here if you need me. And
Okay.
Danica goes behind the bar. Erwin goes back into the kitchen, and you are left to your own devices with the kids at one other table near you.
so I think that was quite a good deal.
It sounds like a good idea.
I was
really-
really
Let the
worried there
keys.
for a moment when they misspoke and said 40 gold pieces. Like,
I
well,
know.
that's all of our money.
Yeah, that,
40 gold.
That would have been a
is
lot.
Ridiculous.
that would have been way too much.
Better be a
Yeah.
castle for that price.
Especially since Grimm can, tell people to buzz off.
No, I don't know
That
that
would
we should
be-
be
I don't
taking
think we should do
advantage
that
of
either.
that.
Oh no, I mean if we have to sleep outside, we
Oh,
can just
would be
do
good,
that again.
That would come in handy for sure.
So
Oh, do we feel like another job?
God.
I don't mind honestly, and I will help you all if
I mean,
you'd
what
like.
else are we gonna do? I guess
I
the
don't-
big thing was you're here.
I
in
mean, to be
Vallaki.
fair, I didn't necessarily want to accept it for all of us. I just wanted to accept it for myself.
If you feel like
Oh,
going
you're
on a solo mission, far be it from me to
No,
stop
it's
you.
not what I'm saying. No, it's just. And he glances at the kids. I don't want to leave the kids.
I'm
in a
kidding.
place that's not
We'll
safe.
go with you. I have no problem doing this either. I just wanted to check out this festival first and make sure
No, that's-
everything's
that's
okay
fair.
there.
I wasn't going to go immediately, even if I was going alone. So it's okay. I'm
Sorry,
just
my
hesitant.
cat's freaking out. I'll be back one sec.
Well,
just-
we have a long list of things to do now. One of the main things that I want to do
Okay.
is check out St. Andrew's Church, is what they were saying. I want to see if that is a safe place from,
Yes.
I also want somebody to help me. I have an idea that I want to carry out.
What is your idea?
Well, I
Well-
mean, you have a room full of people that are willing to help you, I'm sure.
I need somebody to turn me in
Turn you
to
into
the
what?
orphanage.
To the orphanage.
Oh, what?
Yes.
You want... Johans, you want us
you-
to play as if you're a child.
You
Yes.
can't be
I-
serious.
Are you gonna transform in front of them
listen to
again?
me. Listen to me. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I learned from my mistakes. Thank you very much.
I jest.
It's okay. It's a good joke. I deserve it. I don't. I've grown unfortunately attached to the children. I don't want to leave them anywhere that I can't guarantee is safe for them.
I would agree with you. With what's going, I don't know. I want to check out the orphanage to make sure that it's safe, because an orphanage can be a good place for children to grow up in. But
Well,
it'd be important to know if that's what
Tell
this
you what.
place is.
I have a plan. If you guys want to listen to it,
Yes.
let's hear it.
I have magic that can make me look different.
Right, we
But
saw
as
it
we
last
saw
night.
earlier, yeah.
We all saw that.
Yes, yes.
and so did they.
This is true. That's true. Well, the guards did. The guards
Yeah.
don't work around the orphanage. We know that
Right.
because Fred
Let's
told
hope
us.
not.
It's fine. I can make myself look like a different kid in hiding and then come out of the room that we already, have upstairs.
Mm.
So, okay.
I want one of you to take me there. Like we will take Feck and the other kids later if it's safe. So that I have enough time to investigate the place from the perspective of a kid. Because if we go in as adults, we are not going to get the truth out of it.
I agree. I'll
That's-
go with you. I'm not afraid.
I'm willing to go too. As much as I want to lay in
For
a
the record-
actual bed.
No, that's
I'm
a
willing
very
to make
good
a
idea.
sacrifice.
Probably
I
best
think-
to do this in small
I
numbers.
can get out without causing trouble.
I
I've
think
got
it might be
magic.
best to have fewer people go.
Yes.
I'm willing to stay back and lay in my bed, as I said. I don't. Actually, no, that brings up a good point. We are going next to the church. Why don't Ireena and I go to the church with, I don't know, Blaire? Or Blaire, it seems like you're wanting to check out the orphanage. Katya, why don't you come with us? We can go into the church and see what's happening there. Maybe
Sure.
see if it's a safe place, and then the three of you can go there.
Okay.
That
sounds
sounds
good.
like a
Then
good
that's
idea.
settled. Yes. And
Divide
who,
and conquer.
who's going to watch the children here
Ah,
while we
shit.
all go out there?
We could take the children to the
can
church
do-
with us.
That would be a good idea.
But-
I imagine that there's no safer place than a church.
Certainly.
Well-
hope so.
Well, we.
We have encountered things at churches that aren't necessarily the best.
But this
True.
it could be different here.
It's possible.
We are behind walls, so
Maybe we stay
Look at
outside
that.
with the children, and I'll go inside and check.
We
I
do-
don't know.
We do have rooms here now. We can just let the kids inside one to play and be
I
safe.
wouldn't leave them alone though.
Leave them by themselves? Absolutely not.
Well, no, under the watch of the family here.
We don't know who they are
We
either
just
though.
met
You
them.
know, that is true.
Do-
It's just taking the kids out in the streets near
I-
the orphanage.
I agree.
why
Be
don't
seen.
I mean,
You
we
just-
took them through the road to Vallaki. I would say that it's a lot
We
safer
did.
in the streets.
We found them in the road to Vallaki. It's not like
We-
we made
True.
them go the journey.
We could just take them to the church with us as you guys go to the orphanage. And it's not going to seem strange at all. They're going to visit the church before we take them to the orphanage. It's really not a big deal. I don't think
I
it
can-
will draw attention.
I can stay outside while the two of you go inside and check it out.
we could also leave Ismark here with the children in a room? I know you're eager to lay in a bed.
You did want to
No,
rest.
I would like to check out the church because that
Okay.
is one of
To
my
take
top
care of the
priorities.
If you're sure.
One
I
of my
think-
top priorities is finding a place that is safe for my sister. And if
Okay.
this church provides that sanctuary, then I would like to know that as soon as possible.
But also, there's a comfy bed for you upstairs.
I think
know there
I think-
We'll be there tomorrow.
it's fine.
It will be.
Just take the children with you. Me and Johans and guess Blaire will go take care of the orphanage.
There were teenagers there. I guess Blaire could pass for one of those too.
That's the scariest thing of all.
Oh, that might be a good idea, though. What do you think? The two of you going in?
The kid said
The
that you
thing
were
is,
12.
I can't get Blaire out if things get hairy.
I can get myself out if things get hairy.
That is true.
I don't think they're gonna let you keep your halberd in the orphanage.
Oh, that is a good point.
Yeah,
That
I don't.
also
I
is a
think.
good
I
point.
think, like I
I
said,
don't think that would be
let-
a problem.
Johan's going by himself. He can contact us.
I just need a clean window and I can get out. It's okay.
Hmm.
And
I've
a
st-
clean window too, so.
Well, let's hope that the orphanage isn't a bad place.
Yes.
Is
That's the hope.
should we have some kind of emergency contingency or something? I mean,
Why don't we say that we meet here if anything goes bad?
okay.
Or if we
Actually-
see anything bad, we leave and we come here.
Jonny,
Yes.
question.
Answer.
Would I have been able to ascertain just at first glance the distance between the church and the place across the street?
Well, you can tell from Luna, right?
Yeah,
That's
you
why
can
I'm
tell.
asking.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yes. So
Because
the distance-
I am technically a psychic.
it's about like 200 feet away.
Okay, I am not that big of a psychic.
Unfortunately.
That's
How
fine.
long have we been sitting in the tavern at this point?
Maybe like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Not too long. I mean, that's about as long as it's been since we've been here. So,
So- Tell
Yeah.
you what, let's just lay low for another 30 minutes. I can feel some of my powers coming back from last night. We'll head out.
Oh, you don't sleep.
We can finish our food.
We can finish our food.
And then we'll get to it.
You can always ask more questions to Danica, too.
Here's what I'm going to do,
be here.
Johans. When we get there, or before we walk up, I'm going to use that power that I've been able to give you guys a few times where you can enhance yourself a little bit.
I have no clue what you're talking about, but okay.
It'll help you if anything that you need done.
Bless.
Yeah. No.
I thought you meant suggestion
Guidance.
again. I thought you were going to suggest the
Enhanceability.
orphanage.
No.
As-
I've been do
as you-
guidance.
as you say
Okay.
that-
Oh, guidance. That works,
Guidance.
too.
As you say that, Johan pulls out a piece of paper and a quill, and it's just writing down what you're saying. Tell me more about this power. Yes.
I don't know how to explain it other than just I know it's going to help you.
I just know it's going to help. Okay, what else?
That's it.
That's it. Good to know.
But when we get there, I'll make sure to give you some of my power to help you. It'll last. It seems like it's lasted for a short period of time in the past, so hopefully it gives you at
We've
least a
been
minute.
outside.
If all else fails, I can just kill people. It's
inside.
fine. I'm joking. Don't worry. I know that was a joke.
So what
My
if
jokes are not landing properly.
is the
today.
plan for Johan to go on himself, or should we do a 2-person to the orphanage?
I think one person.
I think less people would probably be the best.
We can do two. It's just I can't get you out, but I can get myself out without problem.
Well, finish your food. We'll.
Unless things go like super bad and then like they capture me and I'm dead. But
Let's hope that
No.
doesn't happen.
No.
If that
If
happens-
things
Use your thing where you speak in my head. Do that.
it depends on your distance. I'm working on making that
See, I
bigger.
think
but
it
for
is.
now-
Well, what's your escape
I'll just
plan
have Luna.
exactly?
Oh, I have this spell, and he opens the spell book. This is Misty Step. It allows me to teleport.
All you see is just a bunch of gibberish. It's like another language completely.
He starts going into theorem and like into magical arcane information, and it just sounds like mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, Blaire
Yeah.
gave up listening a long time ago.
All right. Well,
Ireena
Here,
is like
Johans.
staring at it intently, like super interested, like that's quite impressive. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
follow up. Then what we'll do before we actually approach the doors, let's do like a little circle perimeter of it. See if there's any other exits that we can see. Me and Blaire can
I
hide
can do
out
that with
around.
Luna now.
Well, then let us know. I guess where we need to be, but we can be right around the corner. I'm sure wherever you're gonna be is gonna be close enough for your.
The only thing with Luna is that she's further than 100 feet away, so you can't send her a command. You can look through her eyes from anywhere that she is, but you can't send a command and tell her to do something. You could bring her back and then, then tell her to go, but that's to the extent of what you could do at this point.
That's
It's-
so much effort.
It's
Could
fine.
you,
We can
if
just
some-
do a quick look around when we get there.
if something goes wrong, could you have Luna come to the inn? That way,
That's what I was gonna do. I was going to send Luna to one of you so that she can make a racket and you can be like, oh no, something's wrong.
okay. So anything goes bad, we meet back here. Anything goes bad, you send Luna to us.
I can do something like that.
Or should we have Luna with us and we can send her to you whenever we need? I don't know.
No, she needs to be close to me.
Sure. Okay.
No,
Could be our second eyes, as best as we can.
Sure. That makes sense.
please, Johans, be careful.
So
Careful is my middle name.
you all stay here for another 30 minutes and finish up a short rest is what I imagine, Grimm, you were trying to do.
Yeah.
Everybody finishes up that short rest, so you guys have that. Nobody's really hurt, so it only seems like Grimm is the one that benefits from it. However, you finish the short rest and you are making your way over towards the orphanage and the church, is what I'm understanding.
This is correct.
All right.
Your careful hands.
So,
Hell yeah.
as you come out of the Blue Water Inn, you see, let's go back to, yeah, there we go. You come out and you find people walking here and there, going down the road, bringing carts filled with different types of products, linens and hay and all other sorts of, I need to turn that down.
That makes me feel like I made the bad choice in the game.
Yeah, well, you did.
I know.
Vallaki
The children will remember that.
They have a whole bunch
Mr.
of
Wizard.
products and random things in carts coming and going. You see few individuals just walking back and forth, but one thing that really bothers you about it is that everybody has this eerie smile on their face.
Always got.
Oh no, this is we happy feeling.
I was thinking
knew
that
this game.
immediately.
Yeah.
Don't
I
love
was so
that.
smiling.
You see guards that are walking by and kind of looking back and forth, but they continue forward, giving you no mind. But that one thing just doesn't sit right with each of you. So, you continue making your way down the road towards where that guard had told you, Frederick, had told you the steeple is, and therefore the orphanage across the street. And as you go down, nobody bothers you. People look, but no,
Smiling
and
faces.
nothing that like strikes you as odd other than the smiles.
I'm gonna keep my eyes open for something that looks like a seedy, dark alleyway or something.
Sure.
Or somewhere
Okay.
I can just maybe like an outhouse that I can hide inside to cast disguise self.
Sure. And there's plenty of room. You can go off into a more, covered area, and you can cast disguise self. Go ahead and do a stealth check
I'll
as
do
you do
that.
that.
Oh, okay. I'll do that too. Natural one.
Woo.
baby.
Oof. Halfling.
I'm a halfling, baby.
Eh.
Not
I shouldn't have done that. Damn it! I shouldn't have done that. I should have had you. Damn. All right.
The worst
Well.
thing is, I have it as my profile picture, and I still forgot.
Lol.
That's
love
not
it.
really helped.
God,
Well,
fucking damn.
Speed run.
there you go. You got a 19, and as you begin casting, you see this pack of guards going, and you're like, oh, and you duck back right behind this house that you're next to, and it looks like they look just as you fall back behind the house and finish the casting, and you now look like a teenager.
No, I'm gonna look like a mixture between
Okay.
Freck and Jesper.
Jesper.
Like
okay.
you know one of those internet images when they take like a photo of one celebrity
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
the other, and, then they
And just-
flip it.
Put it together.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good.
So you could be a sibling.
You now look
There you go.
like a child, more so than before. And you all continue down the road, and on your right, you finally come to the church. Let me open up the info. You find this slouching, centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back, and walls lined with cracked stained glass windows depicting pious saints. You see a fence of wrought iron enclosing a garden of gravestones just next to the church, and a thin mist creeping among the graves. And you see a double door just at the front, open, allowing anybody who wishes to enter.
This is to the church.
This is the church, yeah.
Okay.
It's the first thing that you guys see. So, you all gather there, and looking over to the left, you're able to see across the road, about 200 feet away, a very squat house that is a 2-story building, but yet kind of bulges at the walls. You see paint peeling off windows that are covered up and dirt all over it. The garden that's in front of it seems to be okay, but nothing astounding, as nothing here gets direct sunlight. And that's where you stay here. I don't know if you guys want to split up or do anything, but what would you all like to do?
I guess.
I'll look at the other half of the party and say, all right, well, meet you back at the inn then. End of the day.
Goodbye, Mom. Okay,
Have a good day at school.
thank you.
Are we not walking Johan to? Is it not going to be weird that a kid just shows up at an orphanage?
That was the idea, yeah.
All right.
I thought that each of you were going to go with him.
I thought we
Yes.
were handing him off. And, like,
Right,
giving a
right.
vibe.
You, Blaire, and Grimm go take Johan's,
Yeah,
and
it's-
then myself, Ireena,
This
and
is the part where
the part where we split up. And we're going to go to the church.
say goodbye to your mom for the last time, Johans. You're never gonna see your mom ever again.
Are you talking about...
I didn't mean to eat your food.
I mean, isn't it weird if you say that you're
Naughty,
just...
naughty boy. How dare you?
Well, we're
It's
not
not
going to say
my
we're
real
giving up
mama,
a
don't
kid.
worry.
It'd be
Glad
no
to be rid
different
of
than
you.
us coming with the other kids saying, like, hey,
Like, pat him on the head.
Ah, that hurts.
Would
Gonna hurt a lot worse if you stay.
This is weird. Knowing that you're 30-something.
I am a child.
This is really
This is
weird.
weird.
Please
I don't know why I
go.
became
Just,
Anastasia.
let's just get on with this. Okay.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
The three of you, Grimm, Blaire, and Johans, begin making your way towards the orphanage while Katya, Ireena, and Ismark make their way over towards the front doors of this church. We'll start with you two, or three, I guess, going into the church, since this is closer. As you enter into this church, you... One sec. Begin to hear whispers of people praying. You enter into the large... What's the name of the area where all of the pews are? The church proper. You find
Sure.
rows of
I don't know what
pews,
it's called either. The big
and
room.
you find people kneeling in position on the pews, and then also sitting, praying, looking around. And at the front, you see a priest, older gentleman. There's a young boy that's going around lighting candles and putting out others. And as you enter, the older priest turns around and sees each of you. Welcome. Welcome to St. Andrew's Church. How can we be of service to you? Oh, my name is Father Lucian Petrovich.
I looked over to Ismark, like,
Hi. We are hoping that this is a safe place for travelers to stay and keep away from evils, I guess is the best way to say that. And he looks to each of you. Evils. Well, if you have come to pray, that is about as much as we can do for you. This church is here for anybody that is needing spiritual help and anyone that is seeking the guidance of the Morning Lord. See Ismark kind of looking at each of you and saying, well, I guess that is good. We'll just stay here then. And then they just... Jeez, what is happening? Oh my goodness.
Sounds terrible.
I'm just gonna...
That's
I'm
Johan's
just gonna-
crying in the distance, being dragged away towards the orphanage.
No.
Listen here, kid. You're gonna go to the orphanage and you're gonna like it.
So. So.
Might you be able to give us a tour of the church? We
Of
have
course.
heard many wonderful things about the Saint and Angels.
Yes, of course. Well, there's not much to show, but this is the church, of course. You people come here to pray. If you are hoping to get closer to the Morning Lord, there are many candles and places to pray. Otherwise, if you are here to just be here, you may take a seat at any of these pews. They are here for you. But over here we have my room. You have Jeska's room. And this goes down into the crypts below, where Saint Androl was buried, and this is more of a storage area. You no need to go into there. And this is the front entrance. There's not much. I'm sorry if you were expecting more.
No, you have nothing to be sorry for.
This is quite nice. This is a peaceful place. Thank you.
Of course. So, might I ask what you come to Vallaki for? You all look to be seasoned hunters or adventurers.
Well,
Well, we were we're just seeking sanctuary.
Yes, we traveled here from the village because we heard that this would be a great place to keep away from the dangers that are outside of Vallaki's walls. You see him go. Yes, this was a safe place.
it was.
It was. Would you mind coming here with me? He ushers you towards his room, where he opens the door, and inside you see just a simple bed, a small, very small desk, where you see a open notebook, a quill, and that's it. It's very simple. You see a small, like, coat hanger for his robes, but yeah. He just, please, if you will.
Yeah, I go in.
Yeah,
Yes, Mark.
follow.
Yeah.
He closes the door behind you and he says, the only reason why I'm telling you this is because it seems to me that you are here for something more. It seems that you are here for sanctuary from the monsters. This place was hallowed ground before, keeping away anything that would be evil, but as I mentioned before, the crypts below our church, that is where Saint Androl was buried, but I don't know when it happened. I only noticed it a few weeks ago. The bones are missing.
They've
And
been taken.
I don't know. They are missing. I don't know who took them, if they were taken or if... I don't know.
Who has access to that? Who could have done such a thing?
Only two people that I know of. And one of them I don't feel would have done it. Jeska, the altar boy that you had seen, that was lighting candles and going around. Jeska and our gravedigger, Milovaj. But he has been missing for quite a while, and that is one of the reasons why I suspected it was him, but Yaska said that it wasn't. I don't know where to go from there.
When was the last time you saw this Milovaj?
That was my
Milovaj,
question too.
It around the same time as when I noticed the bones were missing.
Which was
A few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago. Got it. Okay.
Where does this Milovaj, did he reside here in the church, or did he live somewhere nearby?
He lives within the orphanage, as far as I know. I haven't gone over there myself because I have duties here, but honestly, I don't think that I would get very far, even if I did.
He is a child?
No, he is older. He's 19, I believe. But he stays there because he grew up there.
I see.
His mother and father died when he was young, and he has a younger brother there that he tends to take care of.
I see.
I don't know what would bring him to steal these bones, but I'm hoping that I'm wrong. But that is why I'm hoping that you could help me.
Would
Maybe
you...
speak with them?
We can try. Would you be able to show us where these bones were kept?
Yes. If you are willing to help, I will show you. And so he opens up the door, leading you all out, and looks over to Yeska, who looks like he's looking for the priest, and he just says, Yeska, just go around cleaning under the pews, please. I'm going to show them the crypt. And Yeska nods, and he just starts going to cleaning, and across the hallway, he opens up another door where you see torches that are put onto the wall handles, pulling them out, and they're already lit. Hands one over to Ismark, who grabs one, and you all make your way down the spiral staircase where it turns into what you can imagine. There's just different types of coffins that are lined up on the walls, and it opens up into a T intersection which circles around, and at the end of that circle, you go around and you find a very regal grave that has a statue of a horse and a person with a sword held out, and just on it, it says, here lies Saint Andrel. May you forever stay in his shining light. And he just references this and says, This is his grave. I closed it because I didn't want anyone else to know, but the bones are no longer there.
And if we bring the bones back, then this place will be...
One would hope.
Couldn't hurt.
That is what I'm saying. If it does end up happening that this is protected again, you are all more than welcome to stay here for as long as you want. But until then, unfortunately, I cannot provide the sanctuary that you are looking for.
Understood. We will do our best to investigate this. Can I look around the crypt for any
Sure.
damage or signs of forced entry or anything like that?
Go ahead and do an investigation check.
Yeah. 13.
13. You don't find any sort of forced entry, and really this is the only entrance into the crypt. It doesn't look like there's any other entrance other than the spiral staircase that you took.
I just meant the coffin itself or
the
any
coffin,
damage
sure.
on it or anything
It doesn't
like
look
that.
like there's any damage, no. I mean,
Okay.
You're looking over and you feel pretty confident that there's Nothing that like forced itself into it. So
Can I look around to see if there's anything like that is there that shouldn't be there? Like maybe like if something got snagged, or if she's trying to look to see if there's any kind of clues as like maybe someone was here and maybe like left in a hurry, and maybe they were careless and maybe left something behind, or if there's any kind of like looking for clues to point to.
Yeah, go ahead and do for that a perception check, just to kind of like get a gauge of the entire room, see if there's anything there. So looking around, it doesn't look like there's anything that has been left here by any means.
The perfect crime.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty standard here.
Damn. Okay. We will keep you updated on anything we find.
Thank you. I
Well,
appreciate that.
Yes. It's interesting. I'm assuming Katya shared the information of the whatchamacallit, the like it looks like no one broke.
Yeah, I would have mentioned that.
Yeah, Ireena's just gonna point out like, well, with it looking that no one forced their way in and someone was very careful, those are good clues in themselves.
Yeah, as I said, these bones, only a few people have ever known about this, and that includes me, Jeska, and he later told me that Milovaj knows.
I see.
So, if there is no sign of forced entry, that would make sense.
Yes.
Well, like I said, Milovaj is across the street at the orphanage. So I haven't seen him in a few weeks, but if you see him, please ask him, see if he knows anything.
We'll see what we can do.
What does he look like?
Great question.
Well, he's a younger kid. He has longer black hair. He's quite muscular for his frame. He digs a lot of graves, unfortunately. But he usually has more of a stern look on his face. So that is one of his telling features.
I see. Thank you.
Of course. And good luck with finding him. I'll escort you out. And you all begin to follow him as he makes his way up the spiral staircase, placing back the torches, and brings you to the front entrance. As I said, this church is open to any that seek refuge, but it is a lot less protective without those bones. So, good luck with helping us in finding them.
Before we leave, could Ireena like light a candle at the church and like do a little prayer to the morning Lord?
Sure. Yeah, you make your way over towards where the candles are, and you see that there are lighting sticks there, ready for anybody that wants to light them.
Yeah, she just...
You light a candle.
Yeah, she just does it like quite quickly and does that, so...
Okay. You light a candle, and you see the priest has gone back to speaking with other folks that are in the church, and kind of nods when you're done. You're able to exit. Ismark is with you the whole time, just being the older brother. But you light the candle, and you exit the church, and you begin making your way towards the orphanage, where Johans, Grimm, and Blaire are now heading over to, and oh, right, you have 3 kids with you.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Church people have the kids. Yeah.
I would say
yeah.
that Ismark didn't really... oh, you guys have the kids with you?
You have the kids? I thought we had
we had the kids.
The church
Katya,
people have the kids.
Ireena, and Ismark have the kids.
Yeah, we had the kids.
We
Because we
have
don't
the
want to
Johans.
give...
I'll say that
Yeah.
when you guys went down to the crypt, Ismark stayed up because he didn't really
Sure.
talk very much anyways, so...
Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Stayed up with the
We'll
kids.
fill
Technically,
them in
there's
later.
kids on either side. But
Cool.
Yeah.
You know.
So you all begin making your way towards the orphanage. And I think that is a great place to end tonight's session as you all make your way over to the orphanage to see what's exactly going on. So
You're gonna make
all
me
right.
wait 2 weeks for
I'm gonna make you wait
the orphanage.
2 weeks for the orphanage. Absolutely.
you.
It'd be like that.
I
You know
love
what?
it.
All those nice things I've ever said about you, I take them back. You're a dick.
It's okay.
Yeah,
we
just
can-
wait. Whatever.
We can do
You're
a
gonna
speed run.
speed run through the orphanage.
Yeah,
Right
just
away.
cast
Gonna go tear
suggestion.
everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna get done with that
Suggestion
before
and-
they even get over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right. Well,
For the record,
Everybody-
I did bring when I got in front of the church. I told Luna to go to the orphanage.
true. Taking a look around. But anyways, we will get to that next session. Thank you everybody that has joined us
Oh,
today. Please
man.
consider subscribing and following us here. And if you're watching the recording, subscribe and follow us and all that good stuff. All of the links to the places to support us is going to be in the chat. And if you're, and the episode description, of course. But if you are watching the recording, like and subscribe on YouTube. And if you're listening to podcast, please leave us a review. They help with the algorithm, and we really appreciate the feedback. And make sure to follow us on all of our social media, which all of them are in the episode description and the chat. So join us every Monday for the TTRPG stuff. Next week, we're going to be doing our one shot of the month. And yeah, so thank you all so much for joining us, and make sure to level up, and we'll see you all next time.
Great.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.